So okay, it starts off here with you know J-Hope giving this cute little kid some kind of like loving embrace or something, you know, rubbing his head and touching his cheek and everything. And this is where I got that Jin kind of vibe, the astronaut vibe. I knew that this was going to be kind of a lo-fi song from somebody told me that this was going to be like a lo-fi hip hop type of song, and you definitely get that vibes. And it's their use of mono and stereo here. There's layering guitars going on, and there's even a slide guitar in there as well, layered in there, which is a common technique in country music, which is implemented in this song, which is kind of funny, but it works. They're smiling. J-Hope's watching this little dude just kind of go on his own path. And he turns around and says bye, this really cute moment.
Every time I work, every time I run, every time I move, as always for us. Every time I live, every time I love, every time I hope, as always for us.
Okay, so that's J-Hope's main line there. You know, everything he does is always for us, and I don't think that really needs any explaining. I think we all know exactly what that means. He's basically saying everything he does is for us. It's for both himself and the army and this, you know, this wonderful community that is, you know, arisen from this band. And it's just a reminder of that. And I think this is a great kind of, you know, goodbye for now type of song with this, you know, repeating message here, because everything, we have to remember that like what he's doing, all these things that he releases, all of these messages that he shares with us and everything, it is at its core truly for us. It's not really about the numbers anymore. It's not really about selling 1 million records. Like at this point, they can just do anything and it's going to sell. But it's basically him reminding everybody, look, I have your best interest in mind. I got to do this thing for a little while. Just keep in mind that everything I've always done and everything I'm going to do is always going to be for us. So I don't think that really needs any breakdown. I'm pretty sure every army in the world got that immediately, but that's my 2 cents. It could also be a bit about the members too. It could be like a multi-layered thing. I believe it's an army thing. I do. But it 100% could be about the members as well.
Even my one was made of your love in your face. 저 멀리서라도 나비가 돼. Just walk lightly whenever you want. Go on hopefully wherever you walk. 누군가의 숨 깃들여 있는 거리 내 영혼과 영원을 담을게 everywhere.
So there it is here. So he's switching the context of the song over, and now he's kind of sharing a message with us. He shared that like everything he does is for us, and at this point he wants us to go on walk lightly. And what's cool about this message and how it's kind of like coming to light, I guess you could say, is tonally what's happening in the music. The whistle is changing over to that bell tone, which is like almost kind of whimsical in a sense, you know? It doesn't feel sad, you know, it feels chill and it feels hopeful, which is pretty sweet.
Every time I work, every time I run.
Love the chimes though. All the movements are wild too. Great camera shots here.
Every time I look.
And it almost felt like it was a one long shot video, at least that, you know, the scene in the alleyway there was, but there was a quick cut here. But I do love the camera work. I love the dancing. I love how he comes out.
Every time I run, every time I move, as always for us.
Yeah, dude. This dude is just graceful.
Every time I love, every time I hope, as always for us. Every time I work, every time I run, every time I move, as always for us. Every time I look, every time I love.
Great layering in his voice too. Do you guys hear that slide guitar in the background? A little wah. It's something you hear in country music every once in a while. But it's a cool mix here. It keeps things interesting and it feels fresh and new, but it's also like kind of nostalgic in a way with this what is it called, like a boombastic lo-fi drum beat, you know what I mean? Basically what they did is they just made it mono, not stereo, but it still sounds larger than life.
It's always for us.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Oh hell, the mighty.
Dude, I love his moves here. Okay, so we're about to get into J. Cole's verse here, and I gotta say that I do really appreciate what looks like almost I don't know, interpretive dance as to what he's saying. At first, I wasn't really a fan of the first couple lines of J. Cole's thing. I thought it was kind of derailing from the main message of this song. But as it swung around, I was reminded more of some of J-Hope's actual messages that he'd been sharing with us, even with his latest release of Jack in the Box. You know, there's certain songs on there, Arson, more, that kind of talk about what J. Cole is talking about here. So it feels like it's a shared message. This truly feels like a collaboration and less of a J-Hope song featuring J. Cole. You know what I mean? How is this even worded? J-Hope in the street with J. Cole. Okay, it doesn't say featuring. It just says with J. Cole. So I don't know if they have similar. I mean, I'm assuming they have similar paths in music. They're both massive stars and everything. But it still feels like J. Cole's part here was still pushing the integrity, the main messages of this song forward. And it's the same messages we've heard from some of J-Hope's previous work. But as to J. Cole's previous work or his main messages, I don't really know the guy that well, so it's kind of hard for me to dive into that. But yeah, I wasn't really impressed with the first couple lines here. But as his verse, progressed and as there was more layering and stuff added to it and the main messages started to come out, it started to feel oddly familiar.
Survivor of hell, plop down from heaven to sail. Holy water that I scooped from the well, fought tooth and a nail just to prevail. As I move through the field, feeling worried, in a hurry like a 2-minute drill. To make a couple mil off a lucrative deal. Selling train of thought, name an artist who could derail. You never see it like a nigga hula hooping in jail. I got a friend smart as fuck, but he's stupid as hell. He swear to God ain't real, since it ain't no way to prove it itself. As if the universe ain't enough, as if the volcanoes ain't erupt. As if the birds don't chirp, as if a trillion nerves don't work in a human body. Shit, who would I be without the creator of this theater beside me to gently guide me? Some days I wonder if I need to pick a different hobby.
What's cool about this part here too is it's a contrast in different mediums here. Like J-Hope started with dancing on the streets. This is where he got his beginnings and everything. And obviously J. Cole is a huge part to his inspiration here. And giving, J. Cole a real chance to open up here, it's not what I mentioned with like featuring J. Cole or with J. Cole it's not like he's giving us 3 bars and that's it. Like, oh, here he is just to add numbers to whatever this thing is, which you see a lot with rap music. And this feels more like an actual collaboration. I don't know exactly how to describe that. But the cool thing in the medium thing here is like, J-Hope dancing with J. Cole's words possibly, or maybe they were J-Hope's words and J. Cole's just saying them. I don't know the intricacies of it. Maybe the document will tell us. But it's a cool contrasting medium. It's awesome to see J-Hope where he started and what he did. And then also, but dancing to his words and words gone from now.
I'm deep in with this rapping. It's all a nigga know. I never did nothing better. It's hard to...
Hold on a second here. Hobie's part is too short. Okay, but here's the thing though, is like he's adding a different layer. There's a different medium. That's what I'm saying here is like, even though his part is maybe shorter than J. Cole's, he doesn't have as many varying bars, I guess you could say, but he's adding to the complexity of it, to the medium with his dancing. It's almost like interpretive storytelling. So, I mean, even though his words might be short, like the visuals are not short, and it's just kind of beautiful in itself.
Let it go, but like a father watching his daughter walk down the altar with tears in his eyes, you gotta let her grow.
So that line really got me. Like a father watching his daughter walk down the aisle with tears in his eyes, you gotta let her grow. You gotta let her grow. Again, this is the message I think is coming from possibly both J. Cole, since I don't really know him, but also definitely J-Hope. Like, you got to let him grow. You got to let him go do his thing. Again, circling back around, you got to kind of trust him. And even though you don't want to let him go to, we all know where he's going, it's just something that needs to be done, and we need to trust him. But that's a fantastic metaphor for probably how a lot of us are feeling right now.
And so I shall, but first I've been honing my style. Coders around with more quotables than what the quota allows. You see a top 10 list, I see a golden corral, nigga. As the moon jumps over the cow, I contemplate if I should wait to hand over the crown and stick around for a bit longer. I got a strange type of hunger. The more I eat, the more it gets stronger.
Again, a reoccurring theme that we've heard from J-Hope, both on this new documentary and also in Jack in the Box album. This like conflicting inner, angel and demon on his shoulder here. Like, can I stop? Will I stop? Am I just going to keep pushing further and burn it all? Who am I? Like, it's almost like it truly is a new chapter. You know what I mean? Like it's truly opening up to the next phase of whatever J-Hope is going to be or whatever BTS is going to be. This obviously more true to J-Hope than BTS, or maybe not. This is just what I'm getting on second listen here. But again, it's the same themes. It's the same messages that we've been hearing all along. And that in itself is just an awesome reminder to really just trust him because he's been sticking to the story.
The more it gets stronger. I said the more it gets stronger.
Hold on a second here. J. Cole's verse is really about him thinking about retiring. Well, I'm sure that thought has crossed J-Hope's mind as well. And like I said, since I don't know a whole lot about J. Cole, it's kind of hard for me to say. In the beginning of J. Cole's verse here, it felt very personal to him and his experience. But as it went on, the experiences between both of these artists seem at least parallel in some way, shape, or form. So he might not be talking about exactly J-Hope's experience, but there is definitely some similarities to the messages. And it's just all about growing as an artist.
J-Hope, Cold World. Every time I work, every time I run.
Awesome layering here with the vocals.
Every time I move, it's always for us. Every time I look, every time I love, every time I hope, it's always for us.
Yeah, J. Cole's got a beautiful voice. I like it. Good layering, awesome in the mix. It really works well with the sound design between the whistle and the chimes here. It's cool, man.
Every time I work, every time I run, every time I move, it's always for us. Every time I look, every time I love, every time I hope, it's always for us.
I love this little slow down smile here. See, he's happy. He's happy. He's looking forward to the future. We should be as well. We should be walking lightly and following his advice. And this is cool here, this little ending part, because it kind of comes full circle. And I'm not sure if it was done by design, but, you know, this just reminds me of the little kid, you know, doing high five or hugging with J-Hope in the beginning. And now J-Hope's coming out. So I wonder if like that little kid was supposed to be J-Hope in the beginning. I don't know, man. I don't know. There's probably going to be some interesting theories about that. But this video 100% swings around full circle here. So I don't know what the deal is. There we go. See what I mean? It feels kind of the same. It's a cool little moment because you know this is huge for J-Hope. You know this is massive. This is his hero he's getting to work with. And it feels like a true collaboration. I mean, I feel like they both really shine. They both added something actually pertinent to this project. Melodically and structurally, I think this is what we needed. I mentioned this in the last stream. As much as I enjoy Jack in the Box, I think we're all just a little shook up right now. And having something a little bit more uplifting, a little bit more cheery is probably what people actually need right now. I think it was a beautiful message through and through. I really do.